Federation of Indian Communities of Queensland.
Namaskar and good evening. Before I begin, in keeping with the spirit of reconciliation, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land where we meet upon today. I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. My name is Ram Mohan. I'm the President of the Federation of Indian Communities, popularly known as FICQ. The FICQ is the umbrella body of all associations concerned with the Indian diaspora in Queensland. The establishment of the FICQ around 21 years ago paved the way for the new, powerful and effective voice for all members of Indian diaspora in Queensland. It's truly my honor to acknowledge and thank Queensland Premier, the Honourable Annastascia Palazcuk MP, for inviting us, the Indian community, to the Queensland Parliament in this evening. Premier, we are delighted by your commitment in hosting this reception every year. Thank you. I also acknowledge and thank our Multicultural Minister, Honourable Sterling Hinchcliffe, for his support and being a great MC tonight. I thank Honorary Consul of India, Mrs. Archana Singh, FICQ Patron, Chairman of Springfield City Group, Dr. Mahasima Thambi, Australia-India Business Council, National Chair, Dr. Jim Varghese, and all ministers and elected state members of Parliament, FICQ advisors, community leaders and friends who are gathered here. Welcome you all. Dear guests, I'd like to share a few important messages tonight as part of my speech. As you know, Indian diaspora is one of the most diverse communities in Australia, geographically, linguistically, as well as religiously. What brings us together today is, as our Premier has mentioned, is love for this country and the Australian way of life. Whether the life, the weather, the beaches, the national parks, and of course, the cricket. Premier, we are law-abiding, peaceful citizens and an economically contributing community to this society. In many instances, Indians are not just part of the multicultural community, but involved in all aspects of contribute to the growth and development of Sunshine State. However, for large communities such as us, one area Indians are underrepresented is, guess what, in politics. Indicated by comparison against Indian diaspora in other multicultural countries like UK, USA and Canada, my hope is to see some of our leaders here representing interests of our community at the local, state and federal government. The second area where I would like to discuss the great opportunity that whereby uniquely Australian Indians have been connecting the two great nations, India and Australia. I'm sure many of you would be aware of the report that was recently submitted by Mr. Peter Varghese, titled An Economic Strategy to 2030, and some of you might have read the report, but it's a long report, 500 pages. But with an ethnic community of 3% as mentioned earlier, we are growing at a rate of 10.7% annually in the past few years. That was really, it's a very significant indeed in terms of growth. If we grow in this space, guess what? We will be 1.4 million in 2031. As our presence grows in this country, I think that the leaders, we have greater responsibility and a role to play to linking these both countries. In doing so, I am confident that strengthening the bond between our nations can contribute to the growth as grow stronger. However, the last point I'd like to touch is Queensland House. However, with the growth of community and increasing interest in our culture from wider community, we feel it is timely to establish the Queensland India House. The Queensland India House is, we are working on it, and Premier, we are working very closely with the government agencies and other Indian corporate and community organizations to make the dream of India House into a reality. And our former FICQ president, one of our FICQ president, Professor Prasad, was leading that team, and a number of Indian community members have pledged support for this project. Premier, we seek Queensland government guidance and support for the India House coming. I take this opportunity to congratulate my fellow Australian Indians for their hard work for the state. I encourage everyone gathered here to strengthen FICQ to building better Indian-Australian community here in Queensland. I wish you all the best to everyone. Once again, our immense gratitude to the Premier and her colleagues and the ministers, everyone here, for having us here today and for the celebration of multiculturalism. Thank you very much and have a good evening. And also, I would like to request our patron, our executive team, advisors to come in front for giving for the award of the Honourable Indian of the Award to the Premier for her dedication and support for Indian and multicultural Queensland.
One, two, three.
Look over here, guys. Don't go anywhere yet. Looking over here. Oop. That's the go. One more like that. One more.